Check, check. Ooh, I think we got sound now there. Do we have any sound here from the desktop? Let's see. Check, check. If you're just getting here, we're getting things figured out right now, boys. There we go. Hide self view. Coach, what's up? Can you hear me? Ooh, I think we got sound now there. Do we have any sound here? Here we go. Check, check, check. Let's see. One step at a time here. Getting everything figured out. Can you hear me? No? Well, I lost him. Rough first night back live. Anyway, my name's Nate. I coach football here in Illinois, and I would like to do 12 live videos this month and bring in 12 guests. We go live 12 times. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. is what we do. And we're just getting things going here in April and trying to figure everything out. Coach, can you hear me?
Yes, I got you. You got me?
Excellent. I got you. You got me. We are slowly getting this thing rolling. I was just telling the guys, or I was just here telling everybody, this has been a very slow start. I've had a handful of glitches here getting back into the studio. I actually have to take all this home tonight. So I just started taking some college classes. So I'm even busier. So I got to take all this home tonight so that I can go live from the basement rather than make the trip over here to Champaign each night. And that way I can save a little time, try to keep up with my class. But the goal is to watch a little film this month. Now, Coach, because I just got everything up and running, there are so many little glitches. I'm going to take a second. I'm going to go share this on Twitter. You should do the same. Click, share Twitter. You also, Coach, want to pull up your huddle so that you can watch along with me, because I won't be able to share my screen with you so that you could watch with me. I'll just have to tell you what play we're on, and we can talk through it that way. So I'm going to go over here and share, let everybody know that we're live, we're hanging out, we're going to watch some film. And here we go. This, like I said, slow start, but we will get to our hangout shortly. Watching some game film.
What film are you gonna? Do you know what film we want to watch today?
Well, the one that I've got pulled up right now. You're in black. I think that's you at home. Are you guys wearing black?
Yep. I think it's a TMB one.
TMB, yes, TMB. I couldn't remember. Murray County Central, right?
Yep.
Come stop by and hang out. All right. And then I'm going to tag you at Lucas Freeman. Boom. Okay. So I have tweeted that. We are live. Again, just getting back. If anybody happens to be here joining, just getting back. We usually go live a couple times a month. And, well, to be exact, 12 times a month. Try to give everything a different theme every time we do it. And this month's theme is game film. We just want to hang out, watch some film, see what kind of conversations watching film leads to, and then we'll hang out for half an hour, and then we'll call it a night. I'm doing one more thing here, Coach, to share this with everybody. Oh, Coach, how have you been?
We've been good. I just actually welcomed my first daughter into the world.
Your first daughter or your first child?
First child and first daughter, I should say that.
Wow. What's her name?
Hayden Marie. So we welcomed her about 2 weeks ago. So that's been exciting. She waited patiently till after basketball season. So that was much appreciated there for both my wife's sake and my sake. So
wasn't that nice of her?
Yes. So very exciting, very busy now.
Wow, Coach. Congrats, man. What a joy. You know, my youngest now is 7. And she's a girl, Avery. And she just started playing softball, and I'm all into it. I'm like, let's go, baby. It's time to be a superstar. I'm going to adjust my camera here, get a little tighter, and try to focus. Is that okay in focus? We'll see. I'll get it better. So anyway, Coach, Dude, again, my youngest now is getting awfully big, and I remember being in your shoes very well, and so exciting.
Yeah,
So exciting having kids, man.
the whole saying about the mom becomes a mom when she becomes pregnant, the dad becomes a dad once the child is born. It's definitely true in this situation. It just didn't even come real to me until she was actually born. But it's been really good, really great, good blessing for our family.
Gosh, no kidding, man. Well, and do you have any family nearby to help out?
Yeah, so we're fortunate to have both sides of our family pretty close, at least within an hour or so distance. So that's been very helpful, especially in these early weeks here. So we're fortunate to have that as well.
That's awesome, man. Good for you. Happy for you. Guys, if anybody's here, make sure you stop in and say hi. Alexandre in the house out of Brazil. Coach, it's late for you. Super late, but thanks for stopping in and saying hi. I just went out and shared it. Hey, if you're here, leave us a thumbs up. Check in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Would really appreciate it. We got Lucas Freeman in the house, and we are back live in April. We'll go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights from 8 to 8:30 p.m. Central. We usually try to stick to a theme, and this month's theme is we're going to watch some game film. So, Coach Thomason, I haven't had you on yet, man. Thomason, what do you think about joining us live tomorrow night? We could watch some of your game film. Alexandre, we could watch some game film out of Brazil if you're up for it. If anybody's up for it, hit me up. Well, let me know in the chat here or hit me up on Twitter, and we'll get you in. Just going to hang out, watch game film, see where the conversation leads.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
Coach, you guys, how many games did you guys get this year?
So we got 6 regular season games, and then we got 1 additional playoff game, and then we were kind of cut short at that point there. And we were fortunate to go 6-0 in the regular season, and with the way the playoffs kind of worked out, we kind of got an automatic bid into our section championship, and unfortunately ended up losing that game. But it was nice to get those 7 games in. I think it was better to get those games in the fall for, especially being a small school with all the sports we got going on now. I'm glad that we're doing spring sports in the spring and not fall sports and pushing everything back into the summer, especially being a farming community as well. I think those spring sports, if they were planning on having those in the summer, and I thought that was going to be really tough on them to have that take place. So we were fortunate to get what we want, get 7 games in, which especially with the team that we had, we were a little bit disappointed that we couldn't compete for the state championship, but we were fortunate to get what we did get because
that's great that you guys got it in, man. And we're going right now here in Illinois, and we're in upcoming game number 4. We haven't been beaten yet. We got a pretty decent squad. I've had a blast watching my son play. Coach Gardner, what's up? Coach Gardner in the house. I'm going to see Coach Gardner in 2 weeks, heading out to Utah. That's going to be fun, taking that trip with my wife. Rick Kramer in the house out of Maine. Welcome, Coach Kramer. Glad to have you. And Alexandre says, yeah, we can make some film work. So does David Thomason. Guys, hit me up. Let's get somebody in the house. April, we're going to watch game film. Would love to watch game film from everybody. So if you want to watch game film and get yours on here, hit us up. Coach, I am on your game with, who is it? TMB?
TMB, Tracy Milroy Ballots, big rival for us. This is a game we play for the black and blue helmet. So it's a very exciting, very emotional game for our communities.
The black and blue helmet. Awesome. Now you're the offensive coordinator, correct?
Correct. Yep. So this.
All right. So we're going to go watch some offense. And I think here you come right now. Okay. Now I'm on play 10, Coach. I'm on play 10. We're against TMB, play number 10. And Coach, you said, so you guys are wing tee based, right? But you started going gun wing tee.
Right.
Correct? Yep. I see a fullback in there. I see a halfback. And early, boy, look at all these hand signals you guys got going in. Now, you had said that you took a lot from Tommy Dennison, just attacking numbers. How much did you stick to that throughout the year?
Yeah, I think it was something that was definitely very good. I thought early on it was a learning experience, just figuring out how that communication was going to work, but we tried to stick to it as much as possible. I think I was a little bit looking at film in season. I thought I was doing a better job of it at the out of season. I think we definitely could have done a better job of attacking numbers better in certain situations and just being able to communicate things a little bit better. But we definitely tried every single game to stay true to attacking numbers and really that being our number 1 priority. So looking at this game here, going into it. This was a week 2 game, and they have some dudes at defensive end, and I was really worried about them kind of squeezing down our GT counter game plan. And so our initial thought going into the game was attack the perimeter, because they thought their outside linebackers were playing really tight, and I thought we could attack that empty space over there, because I like our 2-on-2. When we go trips, things get a little bit different. We don't stay in trips a whole lot this game, just because I didn't like the way that they lined up to it on game film. So we kind of stay in this kind of tight end sort of twins look for.
Well, you've got a nice little seam here in the first play, and that Mike linebacker happens to make a heck of a play, honestly, getting back and just going up and getting a handful on it. We're going to go on to play number 11. So I don't know if it's 3rd and 10 or 2nd and 10. Now you go trips. Split guys nice and wide. Boy, 3-by-1 completely.
Right. So looking here, I think for our numbers' sake, I like to look to the trips here. It looks like they went to more of kind of a cover 2 look.
Yeah, you've got 3-on-3 right there.
And really, there's 2 low defenders and 1 high defender. So I believe we called stick here, and we're trying to hit that Y right in that little 3 wide receiver. Unfortunately, we have guys that run the wrong routes, and the spacing doesn't quite work out the way that we want it to on that one. So,
all right, play 12. Let's go to play 12. We're just going to keep things cranking. All right, so you turn it over. First series. Now, did they score on you the first series, or is it still 0-0?
Still 0-0 at this point.
Still 0-0. You guys, man, you don't have a single soul deeper than 7 yards, man. That's some gutsy play right there. Oh, now somebody backed up, and looks like you forced them to punt. All right, Coach, you got the ball back. We're on play 17. Coach has the ball back, and 3-by-1. Man, you're really spreading it out. You made me think you were like, quote unquote, wing T spread.
Yeah, so I think that it kind of changed based on what Coach Dennison was talking about. You know, if you look at originally I was thinking going in this year, like a lot of the Kenny Simpson stuff with.
Yeah.
But talking to Coach Dennison, the one thing that stuck out to me is he talked about attacking with numbers, but that having 5-on-5 is better than 6-on-5. It's better than 7-on-7, 8-on-8. So the more numbers that you put in the box, the more people that have to do the right thing. So that's where we went to more of these spread outlooks. So really we stuck with 3 or 4 formations this year, because we simplified it up front, and really our numbers count was, if we can get 6 in the box, we felt comfortable running the football. If you went with Coach Dennison, he wouldn't like that very much, because it would be 6-on-6. He was more looking for a +1 advantage. But with the quarterback running, we felt like even numbers, we weren't going to see a whole lot of teams that were going to take more than 6 out of the box. So we kind of adjusted it to the way that we play and our level.
That's an interesting concept. I hadn't thought about it like that. The more guys you put in the box, at least for you offensively, the more things that have to go right for it to work out. So that's interesting. Okay, so like you said, you came in as a wing T guy. What's up, Jeff Rogers out of Minnesota? Welcome. We're watching game film here in April, so if anybody wants to jump in and watch game film with us one night, get your game film up here and we'll review it with you. Shoot me a DM or leave a comment there in the chat. We're live in April, and April's theme is game film. Hanging out, shoot the breeze. If any of you guys see anything on his film that you want us to throw out there or ask questions about, write it up in the chat. We'll get to as many questions as we can. So, Coach, Jason Edding's in the house out of Cali. What's up? Welcome back. So then what did you end up carrying once you became just a 5-man front without a tight end very often? What were your run schemes you were carrying at that point?
So heavy, our number 1 run scheme was still belly. So that's where I still keep my wing T card maybe on that one.
Wait, without a tight end?
Quarterback belly. So we.
Okay, yeah. So just like ISO.
Right. Yeah. ISO or probably the traditional. If we were in a traditional wing T look, it would be the halfback lead. But now we have our tailback kind of leading up there. Our quarterback was a pretty good runner. I like it because it's a simple, quick hitting scheme, which sometimes you lose that a little bit when you're in the gun. That's one thing. Like some people don't run belly out of the gun. Like you can't run belly to your H from an offset because I just feel like it doesn't hit quick enough. I know like Rick Stewart will run it from like pistol and stuff like that, but we're really kind of the offset stuff for our jet schemes and things like that. So belly was our number 1. GT counter was our number 2.
Can't go wrong with GT. What's number 3?
And number 3 would be one back power.
One back power. Okay, coach, I'm moving on. I'm on play 18. Your quarterback scrambles a little bit. You're running basically running 3x1 flood, tight end delays. And then your quarterback starts to scramble, and your slot and your tight end both cut up field, and your quarterback throws a sweet ball to your slot.
Right. I would say, looking at this, once we were calling it, we liked that. I felt like there was nobody that could cover our tight end on like the little arrow route there. We're running flood here. Unfortunately, our number 2, he gets to about 7 or 8 yards. If he gets to like 12, I feel like that's a cleaner read there. But fortunately, our quarterback was able to kind of scramble out there, and our receivers did a nice job adjusting and making a big play.
That's what I was going to say. I like that your receiver adjusted. Is that something that you do? I'm going to move on to play 19 as you talk, but is that something that you guys drill, that scramble drill? I always thought if I was throwing a lot, I would spend a decent amount of time on that scramble drill.
Unfortunately, no. We did not spend a ton of time on that because, again, like this year was really new to me as far as like throwing the football and some of those nuances that you're just not used to, because before it was like play action pass and you are throwing here, and like that is where and so, and if it's not there, run it or throw it out of bounds. So I think this year, as we're getting more comfortable with that, we'll start to be do those scramble drills and some of those like air raid concepts, where that's really what I've been studying this off season, is how to improve our pass game, because it is a big
dude. You're slinging it all over the place. Nice little. What do you guys call this? What do you guys call vertical by one and an out? Right? Some just fade out. I've always called it sail.
Right. Yeah. It'd be a sail.
But then you also get that back into the backfield. This is like you're getting. This is very air raid-esque, coach.
Well, this is actually the same. We teach this as flood, but we're just adding the back to. So instead of tight end do it, our number 3 is our back out of the backfield.
I like it.
It's just flood with the running back.
I like it. I'm on to play 20. This little screen look, and my team right now, our team, Unity High School in Illinois. Again, I'm telling you guys, we're unbeaten. Woohoo! Got a big rivalry game coming up this weekend. But we are good at this screen. And it's like we will swing our running back, look at him, come back, throw screen to our wideout on the other side, right? Or vice versa. You might look at the screen, turn, and throw that swing to our running back. It's nasty. Like, just this look, and you guys misfire here, but just him looking away and coming back, you go running back screen opposite way. This is like a double running back screen.
Yeah, and really,
I'm on play 20. Does he have the option to both, or are you pre-calling it?
No, we're definitely calling it here. And the thing about this, and the reason why I think I saw this like on a Saturday or something, I was like, oh, that's a nice way to incorporate the tight end. And we have never run this motion before. So, and really in this game, we had nothing to take advantage of that motion if they didn't do anything to it.
Man, you guys had room too, just barely misfire, but you had room. I'm on to play 21, coach. You're 3x1. Looks like you get flagged for a false start. We're moving to play 22. Now on play 22, I'm trying to find your last guy. It looks like you go, this is what I would call tray. What do you guys call this? A tight end right?
Yeah.
And then 2 receivers right.
Yeah, so we would, if we were using like typical football language, it'd be a tray look. We have a one-word con, so that's our thunder formation. And so just using that tight end there. This one we were looking for flood the one way and then just trying to take a shot, because against 3x1 on film, they were really pressing up on the number 1 side. So we wanted to see if we can take a shot and beat them one-on-one.
Coach Freeman, I just got to laugh for a moment. It is dawning on me that you just went from a wing T team and now you're just airing it out. You're doing such a good job with it, but I can't believe, because you literally came into this season expecting to be like a gun wing T team. And it just morphed, man. What was that? The idea of numbers that got you to morph so quickly?
Yeah, it was Tommy Dennison. That was what. Yeah, that's because it just.
So we're looking at game number what of your year right now?
This is number 2. So
okay, so still even early in the season,
right? And I think as we go through this game, I think the first 20 plays, 18
barely misses.
18 of them are. our passes.
Gosh.
We threw the ball 30 times, which was definitely a record for me as a coordinator. But it was just something that I looked at for this game. And I was like, wow, we threw the ball 30 times. But when I went back, I'm like, that's what the numbers said. And, we had the most yards that we had all season in this game. We had 400 yards. And it's difficult. It's a different challenge. And I think we need to get better at the pass game. I need to become more knowledgeable because I'm used to teaching all these blocking schemes and things of that nature and being really good at that. The thing that I found, and you probably have seen this before too, the better you are at least throwing the ball, the worse you can be at being great at running the ball and the adjustments. Like we made very little adjustments with like GT counter and belly, where normally we'd be all these nuances, but we didn't have to because we were just focused on numbers. And the best thing that Tommy Dennison did for us is our playbook shrunk dramatically.
Okay.
We had like 4 run plays, and then 2 or 3 pass concepts that we loved, and then our shots, and that was it. So I felt very comfortable as a play caller that we had practiced everything and we were simple. And I think some coaches say they're simple. When I watch these clinics and like, hey, we run just inside zone and outside zone, but they have about 4,000 tags to it. And to me, that you still have to practice those, right? And I think I felt very comfortable going into each game. We practiced these. This is our anticipated look. And we also had a backup plan because we were based on numbers, not based on, hey, we want to block belly against this front, and all of a sudden they come out in a different front. We weren't screwed, I felt like we always had a plan B moving forward.
Well, Coach, we're now on play 36. Back in your it looks like you had a 4th down try. You brought a flanker in motion and basically ran flood to the other side. Right. Now we're in 3-by-1 to the field, and it looks like back to flood.
Yep. I think we were
got it.
Flood a bunch early on, just because.
How many different pass pros are you carrying?
One.
One.
I would say 2. One where we're always going to be in 6-man protection. So either the tight end is going to stay in if the back's going out, or the back's going to stay in. And that's something I want to get better at, because that's a better way to take advantage of numbers, is if you can get 5 guys out in the route concept. But it's terrifying to me to block with 5 guys.
Man, your quarterback throws his ball well on the run. I'm on play 37. Just a ton of like flood. This is more number 2. We got number 2 kind of on a little stick right here. That's a nice little compliment here. I'm just going to walk through this. I'm on 37. I like this right here. See right here, if I'm this outside backer right here, I'm expecting number 2 to cut out, because that's what I've seen the most of. Like I've seen flood. And now, so here I go. I'm thinking, okay, I see 3 going flat. I'm thinking 2 is going to go flat to the high flat here. I'm starting to chase already, and then 2 just hooks up right here. Nice little like almost snag concept. I mean, it's there. Right. Hard part is the quarterback's already on the run.
Right. Not good.
And he makes a nice Brett Favre-esque throw to the sideline.
Yeah, we were very fortunate to have a very talented quarterback too, which probably made a lot of these things look a lot better, especially because I felt like we weren't coaching the pass concepts really well because it was brand new to us, but quarterback made us look good on some of these concepts here. But yeah, we're just picking on that outside backer. He started to flow out really hard with any outbreaking stuff, so I really thought we were going to kind of hit the inside guy right away there as the backer started flowing out.
Play 38, looks like we get a little pressure pretty quickly, and it just looks like, he just didn't have a guy that he felt. He actually has a guy, but his guy's not looking at it. Number 2 has a lot of space.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying
but 2's not looking at him, so I wonder if he just kind of hesitates or if he's looking for something else.
We're trying to attack the seam there and try to get right behind that backer, and unfortunately we didn't look quick enough. And looking at numbers here, this is not a good way to attack, because really I see 2-on-2 on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we probably need, that's why I would rather be in 3. Honestly, our base became 3-by-1s because it's an unbalanced formation without being super
right.
Everybody's eligible still, so it makes them dictate a little bit more. Yes,
yeah,
still okay, but really they can get a guy underneath, so then it becomes 3-on-2 and it kind of triangles them. That's what Coach Dennison talks about.
Yes.
I love this play call. I think I would attack the box here, even though, because those outside linebackers are kind of creeping out a little bit. So
everybody's getting a little bit wider. Well, guys in the chat real quick here, it says that Coach Gardner said earlier he was talking about run that running back down the pipe versus an inside linebacker, and yeah, that's like the best way to win in 7-on-7. Certainly, has anybody ever been beat on that in a game? Beat on running back down the pipe in a game? I wonder that. Has anybody been beat on that in a game? I have not. I should say yet, just to put a disclaimer so as not to jinx myself. Jordan Hopman says small playbooks make you a better play caller. I dig your concepts, coach, and your philosophy. David Thomason says, I've been shrinking our playbook for years. It's dang hard to do. It is. It is hard because you want everything. He says adding plays to the playbook is easy. Pulling them out is hard. Yes. And then Coach Gardner finishes off saying 5-man pro, 6-man is on the QB. All right, Coach, I am on play 38, and you guys are in a back and forth war here, man. Nobody can seem to break this thing open. Oh, I'm on to play 39. Okay, so now you've compressed things a little bit. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 to the boundary. Man, just look at that. Now number 1 actually has some room vertical.
Right.
But back to, again, you're just keeping it simple. Right back to a different way to run flood.
Right. Yeah, so that's that was kind of, at this point in the season, we really only had 3 quick game concepts that we're kind of going to, and flood was 75% of this. So we tried to add different variations, but the rules kind of stayed the same.
Yeah, I'm seeing like it fresh in my mind. I'm seeing flood, complement, flood, complement. Now here we go. We're going to run the ball, coach. We're going to run the ball. Play 40, coach is going to run the ball. Looks like your tray to the top of the screen and just that QB ISO'd. Now, we called it a Charlie block, but you cross block this.
Right.
Down block, kick. Is that pre-call? Is that on the kids to make that call?
Yeah, we're gonna cross block it every time, just because of we were inexperienced at guard this year, and they weren't comfortable guard and tackle making those calls.
Okay. So you prefer it to be cross blocked?
Right. I would be okay if I think it's the jumbo call or whatever. I remember Coach DeVries talking about the jumbo Charlie's kind of your.
Yeah.
I like that because I think, especially against a 1 technique, it's an easier block for the guard to make. But yeah, we just, again, game 2, having limited fall practice, we really kept things simple moving forward here.
I'm trying to see where everybody is. So they're given a soft cover 2 shell. There's a 5th, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay.
We're 6-on-6 in the box here by our count would be kind of what we're.
And you've got space. Goodness. That's nice to be able to just rip out 7. And look at that, Coach. Here's what I'm impressed with. You called that on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, and we fumble it, unfortunately, at the end. But
Yeah.
And that was the other thing with play calling is we used to focus so much on down and distance. And I'll be honest, I did not care about down and distance really much at all, other than our 4th down calls, because it was just numbers. That's all. That was priority.
Numbers.
Because
now, Coach.
Otherwise,
I'm on play 48. You guys might pick 6 this or something.
Yeah, we got.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. Is that a D end or outside linebacker? Look at this. He tips it at D end and picks it.
Yeah.
And he's to the house.
Right. Nice D end.
That's just what you guys needed. I'm on play 48. Wow, huge.
That was a big play, nice senior play, and I guess our tip. I kind of wonder, we do these like turnover circuits, like tip drill. I'm always in charge of, and I just feel like man, I don't know if this is ever.
Is this worthwhile?
I'll take credit for that one, I guess, because I taught him that one.
Man, boy, because this is a 0-0 game. Both teams are struggling to really get much going, and then that breaks it open. Let's see your 2-point call. Oh, now listen. So you guys, Coach Freeman on our on the online clinic, which is over at clinic.chiefpigskin.com, did a home clinic, which is free on their 2-point conversions. They go for 2 like crazy. Not 100%. His brother is the head football coach and hasn't talked him into it yet for 100%, but they go for it a ton. They go for 2 a ton, and their numbers are awesome to justify continuing to go for it. So here they go. Going for 2, they show a different look, Coach. This is funky.
Yeah, this
Play 49. What are we looking at here, Coach? What is this formation?
Yeah, so this was kind of one of our exotic looks here. So we do have an eligible tight end at the end of the line here on the right side. We have our backup quarterback behind those two linemen, kind of on the hash, and then just guys split out. And the goal here was to get it. We direct snap it to our H here. And we're trying to get it back to our quarterback, but our quarterback gets tackled on the play. But luckily, our backup quarterback makes a nice play and run
and gets in.
Yeah. So.
Oh wow! Boy, he literally did just tackle him.
Yeah, that'd be a hold.
Look at this. I'll tell you what. Kids love putting this stuff in, don't they?
Yeah, it's been nice for us. I think it's
And what is it about a fun play? Fun play. We'll call them fun plays. When you score on a regular play, kids like that. But when you score on a special play, it's like energy times 2, right? For whatever reason, kids just love it.
Right. Different guys are scoring too. Like that was our backup quarterback's first time, scoring at any points.
That's incredible.
So.
And now you're up 8-0 in the rivalry game, man. All right, let's see if they can score. Nope, they punt it back to you. Now your ball on the 10. Coach, we will probably watch this last drive and stop here and give you a chance to maybe point out something else at the end. Guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We're going to watch one more drive. If you could like, subscribe if you haven't already. So thumbs up, subscribe, follow us on Twitter. And hey, reach out. Who wants to watch film with me tomorrow night, Thursday night? Let me know. We'll get you guys some film in here and we'll enjoy just kind of picking your brain and love to see what you're thinking as you're calling out your game. If you're an offensive coach, we'll watch your offense. If you're a defensive coach, we'll go watch your defense. If you're a special teams coach, we'll watch your offense or defense. That's just boring. I'm kidding. I'm always giving special teams a hard time. Maybe I'm only half kidding. Let's move on. This is the last drive we're going to watch. Guys, thanks for joining us tonight. I hope that you guys will join us tomorrow night back here, 8 p.m. And I hope someone else will volunteer to share some film with us. Man, I'm missing a big play here, Coach.
Yeah.
Play 55. All right, here we go. What do I see? I got under center. How often are you under center?
This year is about 25% of the time, mostly because I still need wedge. Wedge, you got to have in the playbooks. That's the only reason I think we're under.
Okay, yeah, got to have wedge. All right, so you go under center. Bring a guy in motion. And is this Trey to the top of the field again, Coach?
That would be Trey, and this is our wham play. So actually that back coming in motion is going to trap that 3 technique on the...
Oh, he's going to trap the 3. Oh, look at the... Oh, my gosh, you guys. Look at this. Look at this kid. Your receiver.
He was about $130 soaking wet.
And he gave... all 130. Are you guys watching this little receiver come in motion here and hit this wham block? He gave all 130. Boom. I like that, Coach. Man, did he... Wow.
Right. And that's really...
And look at this, man. Hey,
this is a really...
as long as you're going to go under center, man,
right.
Trap them, right? Yeah. Goodness. Now, what made you do this over just a guard trap?
At this point, we weren't really as far as the guard trap type of thing. I just felt like that's a really complicated play, expensive for us to put in. For this, really, we teach our players, you take the guy to a gap to your left, and we leave everybody backside the center, and we're going to trap the first guy here. And really, if you look at this play, we didn't really need to hit that 3 technique because he runs upfield and takes stuff out.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had to.
But we do get numbers on the backers then because we get more guys going forward there.
That's great, Coach. I love that little trap. That's fantastic. Hey, and you guys need it. And now here's the thing. Now I don't know what's going to happen next. What I do know is that when you're in your offense and that first one pops, it builds, right? The game, for whatever reason, that's that right? The big momentum, and then all of a sudden, what was going for 2 yards goes for 4. What was going for 4 goes for 8. What was going for 8 goes for 20. It's amazing how that happens. Alexandre Ribeiro says he's in, man. We'll watch watch his state championship game out of Brazil. Let's do it, Alex. Tell me when's best for you tomorrow night, the next night. It's going to be late for you. All right, back under center. Now, are you tray to this side of the field, or
Yeah.
is there a tight end at the top of the screen? Play
It'd
56.
be tray to the
Yes.
bottom of the screen. So,
And it looks like maybe just belly G.
yeah, and that's not a good numbers play call there with the box count we got. It was just more, we have our backup running back in now, and so we're just running plays that he's comfortable with. But
Okay.
numbers, this isn't a good play.
On to 57.
This is
Tight end at the top of the field, 2x2.
boot here.
Here we go. He goes booting. Boy, Listen, that's not an easy throw for your quarterback to make, and he keeps making this.
Right.
Zing. Like, look at that. All of his weight is going away from the ball, from the line of scrimmage, and he zings that thing
Right.
and puts it on the money.
Yeah, it's not very fundamentally sound, but it's it looks good once it goes through.
Nice little whip. Good for a first down. Oh, 3rd and short. You gonna go back to that wham play?
Yeah, we
Boom.
are here.
Yep. Back to wham. Play 58. What? Look at that. He squeaks this loose again. Wow. I thought he was stuffed up. I'd have to see it from the end zone, but they just... I mean, that's the hard thing about trap. You come running downhill at it, and it's on you so fast.
Right.
It can be hard to make a tackle. All right. Got that first down. Darn near squeaked that for a touchdown. 2x2 again. Tight end to the top of the screen. 2 to the bottom. Back to your boot, coach.
Yep, back to the boot here. I thought
And again, game 2. That's amazing. You can always see game 2, people's playbooks, and then game 12, people's playbooks, right? I mean, you are keeping it simple. Flood, boot. You got the wham. Again, quarterback puts a money ball on the boot. Nice job by the slot. Now you're down to the 2. Uh-oh. Formation change, baby. This is not what we've been in the rest of the game. Play 60, coach.
Yeah,
All I see is a herd of black in there. What are we looking at?
Yeah, so this is Kenny Simpson's heavy package, and unfortunately, the first time we don't have our running back out there because he's going to drink of water, which is all the way at the 10-yard line because we had to be distance on the sideline. So I'm not very happy because we had to burn a timeout, and then unfortunately, so. But yeah, this is our kind of our heavy package that we go to in goal line situation. Just put 3.
I see you scrambling down there. Where's Johnny?
Right.
Where's Coach down there? He's hot. Where the heck?
Yeah.
I know that feeling too well. Okay, so you burned the timeout. Is he in here now?
He's in there now.
He's in now. All right, so heavy. And is that back just back there by himself, Coach? It's not like him and a guy next to him.
Oh, he's back there by himself, and there's 3 guys behind a overload tackle guard.
Now, who sneaks up here to take the snap? Is that your quarterback?
Yeah, so that'll be our sniffer back. That's our backup quarterback that's playing a blocking back, and we sneak him up there to try and wedge it in.
Sneak him up, take the snap, wedge it in for the touchdown.
We end up being a little bit short, I think, and then we.
Oh, so you got to do it again.
Yeah, and then we go penalty.
All right. Same formation. Oh, did your guy jump?
Yeah, got too excited. Thought we were on the same play, and then.
Yep. That right there, Coach, is where, in my experience, for me, my heart just drops. I'm like, we were on the 1-inch line. Now we're on the 5-yard and 1-inch line.
Right.
And boy, does life change, right? When you're on the 5-yard, well, let's see your 5-yard and 1-inch line call, Coach. Ooh, same formation. Little sweep out of it.
Yeah.
You got the numbers. And piece of cake, Coach. You knew it.
Nice 2-point play after that to make us feel good and go up 16-0 in the rivalry.
Nice job. And like I said, and all this in a rivalry game, Coach sticks with the same formation for the 2-point conversion. The nice reverse pass out. Coach, good call for 2, man. What a great compliment. Right. Boom, reverse pass. Where'd that kid come from? Is that the same kid that took the snap earlier on the wedge?
He's that sniffer that's right behind us. Guard in between the guards.
Yeah, you guys seeing him? He comes from this sniffer spot and sneaks. Dude, that's a nasty place to slip him from. Nobody can keep track of that kid. Right? It's one thing to slip this tight end out. If you slip this tight end out, he's got to do some serious delay, right? And he might be by himself too, might be. But he's not going to be as by himself as often as this sniffer out of the backfield will be.
Yeah, and you lose a blocker then too, so it's...
That's true. That's nice, Coach. Great call, dude. What a great one to end it on. Let's end it there, man. Coach, thanks for watching film with us tonight, and thanks for being willing to put yourself out there like that. No, it's not all that easy.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. It's nice to talk ball in April, and I know all you guys are playing, so that's kind of nice fun to keep track of as well. And I'm digging this year-round football thing, watching some FCS ball and things like that. So it's nice in the springtime where it can kind of go into a lull, especially if you're not a very big baseball guy like me. So it's nice to be able to talk some football in April.
It is, man. It is. Well, it was fun to watch you guys play. I'm excited now to see more of your offense. Like I said, I didn't realize that you had morphed that much. But Coach referenced a ton how much he was influenced by Tommy Dennison. Tommy Dennison did a video here on our YouTube channel. If you guys want to find it, just go to our channel, search Tommy Dennison. And it was all about attacking with numbers, that understanding the numbers advantage in each formation, how they line up. That was their first priority, right? Their first priority wasn't get it to our best kid. It wasn't anything like that. It was only first priority, where is our most advantageous place to attack with numbers. So if any of you guys want to look into that, I'd encourage you to go look that video from Tommy Dennison up. And Coach Dennison has been great to talk to. He's a college coach out of Toronto area, right? Is that where Lions? Is that correct?
Yeah, the York College, I think it was called. And he's a great dude. If you guys like
York College,
he's more than willing to reach out and Zoom meet with you. So he's got a lot of knowledge, and I think he's gonna sneak into the American game eventually here if his stuff keeps working with his numbers.
I do too. Yeah, because he's a worker. He's a data guy, and he's got some interesting numbers. I really think you guys should check it out. Again, that'll be here on our YouTube channel. All right, guys. Hey, hope to see you tomorrow night at 8. Looks like we're going to have Alexandre join us. If anybody else would love to have some, would love to watch their film or be willing to share their film with us, hit me up on Twitter at the Chief Pigskin. Let me know. Would love to get your film on here, and we'll talk a little ball with you. Coach, any closing thoughts before we say goodnight?
No, just thanks for having me, and I hope everybody's taking advantage of the resources that you got out there, because I think they're valuable, especially the high school coaches, and there's a lot to relate to. So I appreciate all the stuff that you're putting out there, and it's a great resource for all coaches. But thanks for having me tonight.
Appreciate the plug, Coach. All right, hey, congrats on your baby daughter. Good night.
Thanks, Coach. Good night.
All right, saying goodnight. Really hope to see you guys back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. to watch a little more game film.